Hi, Jewish mom. I once had a neighbor who was very, very, very into time management. And it's like quite a few years ago. And she would like plan her day, even by 5 minute intervals. Like 5 minutes, I'm going to fold the laundry. 5 minutes, I'm going to sew this. 5 minutes, I'm going to fry some onions. 5 minutes. And she took a lot of, she was sort of known as, she was like the time, Mrs. Time Management. Um, and, um, and actually for quite a few years, I really thought, I saw her like as a model of how to be efficient and to run your life really, really well and get a lot done. And I remember like even if she was, at the beginning of pregnancy and she'd be like, feeling, she actually had difficult beginnings of pregnancies, to the extent that she actually sometimes had to be hospitalized from throwing up so much. But it didn't matter. She was going. She was 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, planning everything. And she just gave birth, and she's like the kind of person, she was like, she's the kind of person who would like cater her own brises, like that kind of person. And, right away getting back to making Shabbos and, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes. And I have to say, like, for as I said, like for quite a few years, like I really saw her like as a model. Like I was like, wow, like look at her. Look at her. Look how much she gets done. Look how efficient she is. And it's only more recently, like looking back at her, and I think about her, and I just realized like how like on a physical level, how she really didn't look so good. She on a physical level, she was very overweight. I don't know if that she said it was connected because like she would stay up very late at night doing her 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, getting all the things done. And she said, when you're very tired and staying up late, then you eat. You eat to stay up. She said like that. She said that she was overweight because of that. And so I guess it was related. And also, she just like always looked exhausted. She always looked exhausted. She always was sort of sniffling with a runny nose. And she always looked exhausted. Not late at night, like in the middle of the day, she looked exhausted. And so that's one extreme I want to present to you. Another thing I want to just mention, a bunch of years ago, I went to a class that sort of really stuck in my mind. It was a class at a conference called Binyan Shalem by Rabbi Idit Itzkovitz about Nashim Sha'ananot, that Yeshayahu, Isaiah talks about Nashim Sha'ananot, that women are Sha'ananot. The women of that era were Sha'ananot. So I'm going to give you a few translations from Google Translate. Shananot, carefree, complacent, calm, at ease, right? So if you say like that, so what Rabbi Edith was saying was that she said for sometimes if you hear like that, if someone's carefree, someone's complacent, someone's just sort of like carefree, just sort of going through life carefree, it wouldn't be a compliment. It wouldn't be a compliment to say that about many people. She said, but for a mother, that is the goal of a mother. She says, for a mother to be carefree, to be sha'anan is a wonderful way, a wonderful place for a mother to be. And a specific image which she presented, and something I have not been able to get out of my mind for probably about the last 10 years since I heard her say it, was of a mother with her kids at the playground, and she's sitting on the grass on a blanket, and just carefree, just watching her kids, and making them sandwiches, and just like sort of just watching the clouds pass by, sha'anan, 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 carefree. And she just said, she's like, for a mother, that is a wonderful place to be. That's something to aspire to be sha'anan. So these are kind of two extremes, and I find myself like over the last 20 years of being married, I guess, and 18 years of being a mother. I don't know if I mentioned I've been a mother 18 years this month, 18 years. So I think like in my mothering life, I have gone between these two extremes, between the my neighbor, my time management 5 minute neighbor, and the sha'anan mode, the carefree watching the clouds pass by. And I think probably something in life like that you don't want to go to either extreme too much. But I know for me right now, I'm realizing just something that I'm working on is spending more time in that Shannon mode. Spending more time in that mode of like, okay, I'm at the grocery store. This morning I was at the grocery store. To the grocery store, taking my time, look at this, look at that, going on a walk, making a phone call. Okay, I'm running 15 minutes late, 20 minutes late for when I scheduled to take my pep talk. It's okay. Sha'anan, sha'anan, sha'anan. And I personally find with myself, I find that when I'm more in the Shannon mode, not too extreme, you don't want to like get totally away from your to-do list and the things you need to do when we all have responsibilities and um, but um, but the more that I find with myself, the more that I can remain in this Sha'anan mode, the healthier I feel. I feel healthier. I feel, and I'm always surprised, like how much I actually do accomplish in the Sha'anan mode. How much I actually can get done in the Sha'anan mode. I mentioned a few weeks ago about the 80-20 rule. The 80-20 rule, I was talking about home organization 80-20 rule, but I initially heard it from Rabbi Niven, the 80-20 rule in terms of time management, that that 80% of the things that come our way, the 80% of the demands on our time, we should just let them go by. Like, like the balls that are thrown out of the balls that which get thrown out of the tennis ball machine, one after another. So we should only be hitting 20% of them. 80% of the demands on our time, we should just be letting them go by, let them go by. It's much easier for me to do that when I'm in my Sha'anan mode. Another final thought that I want to suggest to you is that Dina Friedman, I took her parenting course and her advanced course and her master course for a few years. She's been my teacher, and so she was just saying like how she thinks that we're down on the comfort zone. We're down for people staying in their comfort zone. Like we should be pushing ourselves and pushing ourselves and pushing ourselves. And I've probably told you before, like that there's the comfort zone. I've heard this before: the comfort zone, the stretch zone, and the stress zone. And I'm sorry, comfort, stretch, and stress. And so once I heard a rabbi say, the best thing is not to stay in your comfort zone, to stay in your stretch zone, to be pushing yourself a little bit. And Dina Friedman actually said something different. She said, life is so stressful. There's so many difficulties. There's so many things that are just being a mother. Like there's so many. It's so challenging just doing what we have to do. She said, stay in your comfort zone. Just stay there. Sha'anan, sha'anan. She didn't say sha'anan, but I'm saying sha'anan. So in conclusion, so Isaiah talked about Nashim Shananot, women who are carefree. And sometimes we think of the word carefree, complacent, serene. It's sort of like you think like you wouldn't really want to be like that. But the thing is, like, but that Rabbi Idit Itzkovich, she presented this as an ideal for a woman to be in that kind of serene mode. That in fact this is within limits the ideal mode for mothers to spend a lot of their time, to be in that the image which you presented of the mother sitting at the playground on the grass watching the clouds go by and watching her kids and just not getting stressed out about I have to do this and I have to do this and I have to do this and and all the things you need, like your to-do list, all the things you should be getting done. The best mode within limits is to be that, just letting 80% of the balls pass you by, being Sha'anan. I want to bless all of your Shemans with an amazing, amazing week. Kol Tov.